Please join me in welcoming the president of the AFL-CIO, Liz Shuler.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, good morning, everyone. If you could stand up here and look out and see what I'm seeing, I want to start every day like this. So thank you. You look amazing. Give yourselves a hand. Well, good morning, bonjour. And I just want to say thank you, first of all, to President McCall, Dave, I just want to say, first, you should know he's one of the biggest brains around our AFL-CIO table. You are so lucky to have him as your president, and he has become a confidant for me, someone that I turn to when tough decisions are on the horizon. I want to bounce ideas off of him, and I just want to say thank you for being a friend and being an incredible leader, not just of your union, but of our movement. So thank you, Dave. Yeah, Dave McCall. And thank you, Miles. I have great sympathy for you as Secretary-Treasurer. I was one, so I know the job, I know the hard work, often behind the scenes, using dues money wisely, making sure that the movement is strong. So appreciate your leadership. And I also want to just thank everybody on this stage, because this leadership team, the entire USW International Executive Board, for wearing many hats in our movement, because you all are often at our AFL-CIO tables as well. So thank you so much for your leadership. Special shout out to Roxanne Brown, International Vice President at Large. And I just want to say, Roxanne is leading as an executive council member at the AFL-CIO, and she sits with Dave on, our decision-making body, but also she's the chair of our Industrial Union Council, which she has been driving and shaping industrial policy for our labor movement. So I just want to say thank you to Rox, especially in this moment where everyone is watching, all eyes are on manufacturing, and so I just want to thank you again for your leadership. Absolutely, I'm feeling generous with the applause this morning. And of course, our own Secretary-Treasurer at the AFL-CIO, my partner, the proudest steelworker you will ever meet, Fred Redmond. I think Fred's in the audience somewhere. And I heard he gave one hell of a speech on Monday, so I'm going to do my best. And I just want to thank you for giving me the gift of Fred Redmond. I know it was a sacrifice for the union, but you did it for the movement. So thank you so much. And ever since I walked in today, I have been seeing this theme everywhere. All in on solidarity. That word solidarity is our word in the labor movement, and I know this convention has been in the planning for months, if not years, but I cannot think of a single moment when that message is more important or more relevant than right now. So you nailed it. I don't know if anyone this past weekend was at any of the events going on across the U.S., the hands-off rallies. Anyone? Really? I think there were more than that. But I know I was at a rally in Washington, D.C., where tens of thousands of people showed up from all walks of life who were basically frustrated with what is going on. And when I got back home, I started watching the footage on TV, and I started looking at videos from all across the country. And I saw the USW retirees here in Las Vegas who were in town for the SOAR conference actually showing up to the rallies here, not just for their own pensions, but for every worker in this country, right? I saw USW members all across the United States, from the Mon Valley to Illinois and up and down the West Coast, standing up for common sense, and our Canadian siblings standing right there with us, right? So thank you for that. Thank you for showing up and being visible. Because when I saw the news break 2 weeks ago now, that nearly 1 million union members had their union contract taken away with the stroke of the president's pen, I don't need to tell you how disturbing that was, what a wake-up call it was, and who issued one of the first statements about how wrong that was. It was Dave McCall and this union. That's right. And he said, we stand shoulder to shoulder with our brothers, sisters, union family in the federal workforce, now and always. Solidarity isn't just a word on a sign for this union. Solidarity is lived out every single day. Solidarity is understanding that when they come for one of us, they come for all of us. And when things get tough, every worker in our labor movement knows that North America's steelworkers and the USW have their back. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Dave, and team, and leadership, and all of you. So I don't know about you all, but ever since the election, I keep hearing how divided working people are. Have you been hearing this? All I know is that when I talk to steelworkers, when I talk to nurses and bus drivers and hotel workers, people with every kind of job and background, what I hear is the exact opposite. We could not be more united on the things that matter to us. I have not met one person who says, yes, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos need more tax breaks, and that money should come from my mom's Medicare and Social Security. Have you met anyone like that? No. These CEOs are already making 268 times the average worker in this country. And let me put a fine point on that. Jeff Bezos makes in 7 seconds what the average Amazon worker makes in a year. That is wrong. It just defies common sense. And I have not met one person who says, yes, I want to wake up every day to chaos in our economy and be worried about if my retirement savings is going to be there the next morning. Right? I have not met one person who says, yeah, let's start a trade war with our closest ally. Let's hurt hardworking Canadians and Americans on both sides of the border. Why don't we do that? Does that make sense to anyone in this room? What? That's what I thought. It defies logic. And I want to thank you, Dave, and this leadership team for saying it so clear and really guiding the rest of the labor movement that tariffs can be good when they are used strategically. But they need to be paired with real, meaningful reform on trade, targeting the cheaters, not our trusted allies, right? And not benefiting CEOs, they need to benefit workers. They need to benefit us. So let's increase our production right here at home with strategic investments and strong procurement standards and labor law that ensures everyone has the right to organize a union. That's right. And let's build a global economic model that benefits every worker here and abroad. That is what I call a common sense agenda. And I think that the labor movement is the one that has to lead on this. And there's no doubt that what they did 2 weeks ago to our federal workers was absolutely illegal. So we've got lawyers. We're suing them right now, and we are going to win those cases. That's right. But this moment calls for something even bigger. It's about the labor movement charting the course for the future of this country, because we can't rely on politicians to do it. We know that. Unions are what unites the vast majority of Americans right now. Both political parties, if you look at their favorability, I think they're polling at under 40%, okay? Does anyone know what unions' approval ratings are? Yes, you did your homework. We are at 71% of people support unions. We are 20 points more popular than ice cream, people. And that's hard to do. And I'll go one further. With workers under the age of 30, unions poll at 91% favorable. Yeah, when you think about young people and how they see us. That's 9 in 10 young people approve of unions. And I know you just passed some additional resolutions around engaging young workers. Now is the time. So why do you think those numbers are so high? Because they see us winning. They see us doing the hard work that keeps this country running, smelting aluminum and mining metals and making paper and creating the clean energy future that we all deserve, building our healthcare system, caring for our newborns and for our elderly, right? Researching our medicines, building our tires. They see what we are doing, right? And we're making good paying, family sustaining union jobs available to everyone, because that's what everybody wants. No matter your race, your age, your gender, your religion, your orientation, you should have a good, decent job that you can provide for your family, right? And that's what we stand for. And that's the same as this union has always believed. Our diversity is what makes us stronger. And if you work hard and you put in your time, that you deserve to live and retire with dignity, no matter who you are or where you come from. So that is something, I'm going to go out on a limb, that I think every working person can agree on, no matter what political party you come from, right? That's right. And so I'll just go ahead and say that USW is the union that is making that vision, that aspiration, that future real. And I am so damn proud of what you deliver. If anyone wants to see what a union built for this moment looks like, if anyone wants to know what the future of the labor movement looks like, I want them to go talk to those 1,500 workers at Bluebird and the members of USW Local 572 from the graphic packaging site who helped them organize and told them about how a union could change their lives. Go talk to the 500 workers at Ardagh Glass in New Jersey, right? The hundreds of Southwest Gas workers in California, the energy workers at Genera in Puerto Rico, and the healthcare workers at Squirrel Hill in Pittsburgh. I could go on and on. These are the workers who are organizing because they are going to find a better life in this union. You're showing that we can double down on where we're already strong, but at the same time, bring that promise of a union to all kinds of industries and places that never had it before. So thank you for being so innovative and forward-looking, because we have to keep making sure that people out there understand the union difference. You've heard of this Elon Musk, what do they call it, Doge? Anybody following this? The Department of Government Efficiency. I use air quotes when I say efficiency. Because Elon Musk started this fake department at the start of this administration. So we said, if Elon can make up his own department, we can launch our own department, the department of people who work for a living. And we did it. And it is a place, because we have so much coming at us, right, with all these cuts that are happening, it's a place where we can unpack it all. And we can show we're a trusted source in the labor movement, right? So what is happening? It tells you, okay, what is this Doge doing today, and how does it affect me? And it explains the impacts, and it captures the stories of workers across the country. Because you know what? These cuts, these are not just line items on a spreadsheet, people. These are human beings who have families. And if you want to talk about what's efficient, we should be talking to the workers. Because we know we're on the front lines, right? We know what is efficient and not efficient. So right now, we are playing defense. I won't lie. We're doing a lot of defense, but we're also going on offense. We're organizing, right? We just talked about that. We're engaging our members. We want to be the place that people feel connected to in a very, very uncertain time. So we're going to take our message, we're going to take it out there directly to the community, the same way that you all do with Women of Steel and Veterans of Steel and so many other programs that make the difference, that union difference come to life. And if you have a story to tell, I usually make an ask when I come to these conventions, because y'all are talking to folks in the community every day. You're hearing the stories of your members. We want to capture that. And if you go to our website, AFL-CIO.org, upload those stories, because we want to bring a human face to what is going on, and you're the ones with your finger on the pulse. So this moment, folks, this moment, I am not exaggerating. This is a generational moment, a make or break moment. Because you remember back in 1981, does the word PATCO come to mind to anyone? Our air traffic controllers, you remember that? When Ronald Reagan basically broke them. This is our PATCO moment with federal workers. Having canceled our collective bargaining rights, that is a seminal moment, and we're going to look back on it, folks. But every time we have been knocked down throughout history, we get back up fighting. We get back up, don't we? And we come out of every crisis, every challenge, even stronger than we were before. And mark my words, if we do the work right now, if we connect with people, and we rally around this agenda of what it could be, what a future could look like, we'll come out of this moment more powerful than we ever have been. We'll come out of this with a chance to finally rewrite the rules of this economy and to push for the kind of change that we have dreamed about for a very, very long time. But we need to stay united. And what Dave said was so important, that we got to keep this union family together. We need to fight together. We need to fight together. Are you ready to fight together? Yeah. Are you ready to win? Yeah. That's what I thought. Thank you, USW. Solidarity forever. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. This is the best.
Yeah.